side, on the side of Bleed, they do have this option. Once the healer gets the slowdown onto the jungler, which is Hades, it could be a much better game for Bleed.
Okay, Retribution popped by Hades. JPL just doing the Lord's work. Opening up, trying, just saving. Okay, doesn't have the sprint, has the Purify right there, so he will be able to get out safe just for now. But does look like QVJ starting the engaged aggression coming in from Bleed. That is what we talked about in the draft.
Yep, and so this is the game plan, right? They want to focus on making the game extremely easy for the jungler. JPL, he's not going to be bothered.
Wow. He's not bothered at all. I mean, that's the whole persona of JPL as well, right? He's just walking up into your jungle, you know, just giving vision to your team, giving information all the way to Bleed, and that's what are they going to do with this information? Can they capitalize on this? It is constant information feeding from JPL. JPL is a literal dictionary.
Flash, though, I think they are a little bit more passive, which is part of their game plan. Just wait for Vanis to get up to speed, wait for Lancelot, wait for Hades to get up to speed, and then try to look for this easy pickoffs. You have a very, very easy access into the backlines. You have easy mobility out of skirmishes, but it does look like Nolan, QVJ on that top side, almost taking on Hades. Tiny Thorn Rose saves his life.
Yep,
wow.
yeah, they committed a fracture as well. So right now, it's not looking too good for both teams because they've expended quite important skills with the turtle actually going to be spawning up in the next 4 to 5 seconds. And one of the things you will notice Bleed is doing is they're putting so much focus on that EXP lane. They don't want to allow this Terizla to come and help in that turtle rush as well.
Exactly, but if we can take a look at here, KLVJ just going into the purple buff, trying to steal it away, and the lockdown is going to be beginning right here on the side of Bleed. But Jay, very well done here.
Actually takes a Primal Wrath, so Flash has to be very careful about over-engaging here.
Yeah, I do notice too, it is going to be Edith mid lane. Yeah, my brain just clicked. I was like, wait, it's an Edith mid lane.
So,
Yeah, so it's going to
Jay's
be
on the
Edith mid lane as well as a Matilda roam. And the flip back onwards all the way down onto Sagit Nudo, but Farraga armor is going to get broken all the way back. And take a look at JPL, constantly knocking down onto Lawsy, denying Lawsy of any information at all. And that is what JPL is doing well.
Just hit level 4, QVJ at level 6. He might very well go for this turtle, but actually he has other plans. The turtle is just being used as bait. He just wants to lure Adamir out of his lane, try to get enough time for the bottom side just to clear up, get that farm, and get that gold advantage. So early game, very, very clear for Bleed.
Jay?
Yeah, that's the game plan. They want to make sure that Jay does not have as much health as possible, and this is going to, make him a bit scared to really join that turtle dance itself. You can see Bleed is just buying time. They want to get that extra EXP. They want to make it so that Flash doesn't have the easiest time to start an engagement for this turtle.
Yeah, I mean, they're all rushing for their level 4s right now, right? They want to secure on this turtle. Bleed wants to get their level 4 to secure the turtle in any skirmish that comes their way, as well as Flash. Flash, they want their level 4 as well.
We got that information. Adamir just waiting for the right time. Penalty zone onto QVJ.
Oh.
He gets the retribution.
Gets the retribution down as well, but all the way it's going to be a 2-man knock-up, and Jay forced to use the primary ref all the way in the back, but last Insanity going to burst down onto Hades and Adamir. Is it going to be enough? Adamir goes down. That's going to be first blood all the way into KLVJ's hands as well. So the turtle with the first blood into Bleed hands.
And this is where you're going to start seeing the game swing very heavily into Bleed's lineup here. This is the power spike that they're waiting for with the extra EXP and the shield as well. JPL is just going to chase them all day.
Oh, JPL though, but he gets the onward, but he denies it with the Purify as well. Not even a sprint Hilda. This is a Purify Hilda. Earth Shatter onwards is not going to face JPL. Back to 50% HP just that instant. JPL on this Hilda is a annoying bug.
And that's going to achieve a couple of things as well, right? Adding with the fact that Deck has the Purify as well, JPL is one of the things that he's going to try and achieve is to get them to waste all of these crowd control skills on him and use the Purify to get it out, which means that it will be a favorable team fight for Bleed if the engagement happens.
Exactly, and the orange buff already stolen, circling Eagle down onto JPL, but look at how tanky this boy is! He's tanking everything up. Last Insanity comes in, Lawsy runs low, but down goes Jay, down goes Hades. It's going to be a 2-man take right here.
A very, very different Bleed. They're They're revving up to high gear, increasing the intensity. QVJ living in Flash's jungle. Look at their own jungle, untouched. He's making his rounds, getting a lot of information, getting a lot of experience right from that get-go. This is how you use that Nolan. Incredible. So he's building that War Axe first. He wants to stay within that fight. So I think this might be a semi-tank Nolan.
It might be
similar build.
Yeah.
Similar build to
he's
Tank
going,
Lancelot.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. He's going to go for that Sky Guardian helmet already, but the tier 1 top turret is going to go down. And I have to take a look at Deck's item as well, right? Already having the Husk Claw with the Steel Legs, but Vanix already securing the Corrosive Scythe. And probably going to go for DHS next.
Turtle spawned up. Bleed, trying to get more information. So Gitnu knows that Adamir is not at the bottom lane. Adamir being spotted out by QVJ, but they're trying to zone him out. FMM is left all alone. Hades.
Oh, Hades though runs a little low. KelVJ able to dash right out, and Adamir is going to be taking a little bit of a hit, but the last Insanity gets cancelled. Lawsy all the way back trying to catch out onto FMM, but take a look at this. Deck is going to be coming in with a heavy crossbow as well. Penalty zone comes in, but FMM is going to get his knock up all the way in. KelVJ runs away, but no, he's going to get taken down by Vanix. It's going to be a 1-for-2 here in favor of Bleed. Turtle still untouched.
Yeah, but KelVJ is dead now for the next 16 seconds. So Bleed needs to buy a lot of time for the team to allow KelVJ to come back and get it started on the turtle once again. Vanix already at level 8. You can see he is hitting this power spike already.
So Gitnu just got that Ice Queen one. I'm just interested in the itemizations for the side of Flash. How far are they behind? Especially since JPL is constantly being that annoying mosquito that's difficult to slap, but Circling Eagle!
Oh, Circling Eagle is going to get cancelled away by Lawsy. I mean, that's the beauty of Matilda, right? That Matilda grants you so much escape and disengage, but onwards going to get flipped up by Jay, but no, he's going to get denied FMM with the nice micro play coming in from this Valentina as well.
Oh, Bleed has to be very careful here. Right now, Vanix has the full barrage, and based on what kind of damage that he was able to resist from JPL, I think it's getting a little bit scarier because JPL isn't as strong and beefy as Team Bleed would like him to be.
We're seeping into that late game. Bleed should be looking to get one person on the offside, trying to maintain lane pressures on all 3 lanes. Sagitnu just chunking down. Lots of help from Lawsy, forced to retreat right now.
Yep, and Sagitnu on this X-Bolt is pretty strong, I have to say. But let's take a look at this. Hades onto the backline, trying to catch out onto the Lethal Wanderer. They do get their Lethal, but they're going to instantly get it out. They're trying to deny as much information from Flash as possible, right? They're trying to suffocate them. They're trying to block them out with the Fog of War as well. But Adamir takes a lot of damage, 50% HP here. But Hades to the rescue. They're going to be jumping in onto Hades though, but Hades is going to use the triangle, trying to go right in. But Jay gets pulled in, and the Onward comes in with the Earth Shatter as well. But Sagitnu is going to be able to walk right out, and Lawsy with the Circling Eagle as well. But the last Insanity is going to cancel that out. What a play from Sagitnu, using that last Insanity to cancel out that Circling Eagle.
Both teams, they push and they pull. They're just trying to receive information, and this is the time where the Matilda has a lot of sustained capabilities. I think the Flask of the Oasis is it has been built up. He has favor, so this Matilda is going to be very valuable within a lot of these team fights. But Bleed has been successful as well in trying to lure Flash out of a lot of these split pushes.
Yep, they're doing everything correctly. At this point right now, they have close to a 4,000 goal lead. Not only that, they're playing the macro game so well. They've taken 3 turrets already as it stands now. So Flash a little bit lost because right now the map is extremely dark for them.
Yep, I mean the map is pretty dark on the side of Flash right now, but let's take a look at the players go. Deck, KelVJ, all the way on the top of the net worth right there. Following closely behind is going to be Vanix at 5.7k, and as well as Hades. So they're a little bit behind, I would say. Bleed, they do have the 4k advantage in their favor as well. But take a look at the minimap. Constantly, all you see is heroes on the mid lane. They're protecting their turrets because that mid lane opens up a can of worms. It gives you all that mobility. It opens up the map for your team. That mid lane turret is so important. Flash do not want to lose that.
But JPL just giving reconnaissance work, just being a nuisance to Hades.
Yep, and the triangle is going to deny that damage coming up from JPL as well. But the Lord is going to get started right now at 50% HP.
Team Flash might be surprised by Deck here. He already has that Berserker's Fury. If he gets in a position, Team Flash might get melted instantly.
Yep, and taking away the Lethal Wanderer. There we go, and it is going to be a little dark on the side of Flash as well. Lawsy takes a lot of HP, but JPL jumping right in.
Oh!
The big Earth Shatter coming in from Sagitnu. Sagitnu going to the back line as well. But take a look at this, Hades. Hades runs a little low. Hades trying to go for that steal, but no. It's going to be into Bleed hands, and a big killing spree coming out, though. Looks like Flash, they're trying to trade it back. They're going to be able to get a double kill, and Daddy Vanix right there with a big double kill. And just like that, I have to say, Flash, they were smart. Although they have lost a lot, they managed to get something back in return.
It's all about trades right here. Flash lost the Lord, but they tried as much as they can. Their goal is to just protect Lord Vanix. As long as he can deal that damage, Bleed will suffer.
Yeah, but it's quite difficult for Team Flash at this point, right? Yes, they did well with the trade, but nobody was able to touch deck in that fight. And that's a problem for Team Flash. They need someone to go in. And, you know, with the Matilda combo, it's a bit risky because if you're going to be diving deck, you are exposing your own backlines towards the entirety of Bleed as well.
Exactly, and right now, Bleed, they do have the Lord marching in onto the top lane, and they're just trying to get the mid lane opened up for themselves right now on the side of Bleed. But a big of Shadow coming up from Jay, the Conceal comes out, Sagitnu just trying to zone Adamir, and Jay right back, and the top turret is going to go down. There we go, and Bleed, they are just trying to make use of this Lord as much as they can. Two-man stun right here on the side onto FMM and JPL, and the tier 2 goes down as well. And right there, Bleed regains back that goes into 4.6k.
This base rush was so pivotal for Bleed. This solidifies their role on top of Flash, but we've been in this position thousands and thousands of times before. Bleed in the regular season had so much trouble closing out the games, even with teams in the lower brackets. Now, we have to ask ourselves, is Bleed ready to close out the game? And what do they need to do? They have one chance, one opportunity to seize anything they ever wanted. Would they capture it or would they let it slip?
Oh, not again. Ryan back at it again with the puns and the memes. I love it. And right now, as you can see, Bleed, they're just playing it slow. They are very disciplined. And I have to say, if you were to compare, you know, in the likes of Vanguard, Evil, Bleed, Flash, there's a very stark difference, right? They have a lot of discipline, right? Bleed and Flash, they both have very strong discipline. They do not overstay their welcome. They do not overpush. They stay, they get the fight, they come in and they go out. That's all they need to do.
Yeah, but Bleed needs to close the game quickly because the power spike will start to fall off towards the late game as well.
The play here for Flash, identify the win condition in this late stage of the game. It's deck, it's FMM. As long as they take them out of the way, there is a window of opportunity that they can use this Vanix to go straight into that fray and continue the cycling.
Yep, a big steal from KelVJ as well, denying and suffocating Flash. And take a look at this. Hades runs a little low. KelVJ still very tanky. Lawsy or activates the circling eagle with Jay. Are they going to go for the bait though? But it's going to be a 2-man. They're walking into 5 members of Bleed. They're going to be able to get caught out right here. Jay runs low, but a full barrage comes off FMM running into the backline with the penalty zone, trying to catch out onto Flash as well. But he's going to go down. They're trying to chunk down onto Hades as well. But no, it's going to be FMM that's going to be downed.
Oh, Vanix is still left open. It's so well protected by all the members of Flash. You're just hanging back, just waiting for Vanix to unleash that full barrage onto Bleed. Bleed, though, a little bit too close for comfort on that one.
That was a little bit of a misplay as well, right? FMM jumps in with the penalty zone, but there was no follow-up because of Jay on this either with the Primal Rage as well, denying and stunning out onto Bleed, denying that follow-up from FMM's stolen penalty zone.
And with that, what I'm telling you is Bleed has a couple more chances left. Once it hits that 15-minute mark, it's going to be hard.
Up 2-man Earth Shadow all the way in, but Sagitnu is going to get up. Oh, he's going to be able to break that Firaga armor. And they're going to be still standing nice and strong. JPL here gets the Earth Shadow into the face. But take a look at Lawsy here, just trying to zone them out. KelVJ trying to go for that 50-50 steal. It is going to be, they're going to have a numbers advantage here. But oh, JPL jumping all the way into the backline, trying to chunk everything up from them. But oh, that's going to be a big mistake. But the Lord is going to get resetted right here. They do have the numbers advantage as well. But what can Bleed do? Can they tank this up? Sagitnu and KelVJ, they are pretty tanky. Lawsy goes for the circling eagle, but he's going to cancel it away. But can they steal it?
Oh, KelVJ is just waiting.
KelVJ,
he's diving in.
KelVJ diving in, he runs low, full barrages come out, but no, he's going to go into the hands of Flash as well. But Vanix takes down, oh, it's going to be a big 1-for-3 trade right here. Deck not being able to deny the turret take as well, but Hades runs low, goes for the triangle as well, but he's going to get chunked down. Deck runs very low with a 1 HP, gets pulled in. Lawsy runs a little bit low, but no problem to that. And just like that, take a look at the goal, guys. Equal sequels.
Yep, it's
What
going to
a
be
play.
just a cut down. They take all of the money out of the pockets here. Team Flash, this is what I was talking about. Bleed, they had that chance and they needed to capitalize on it. So it's really difficult. Right now, the game is definitely going to go back into Flash's favors. And Bleed, they have to start hanging on.
Well, the challenge is how to get to Vanix. You can use JPL, just open that map, open up Vanix's location, try to get the rest of Bleed over onto Vanix, but it's not so easy. You have 4 members at all times just protecting, hunkering down onto Vanix. It's so hard to get into him. He's had a perfect game so far, 5-0-3. Bleed needs to forget this defense. This is so critical for them.
Yep, they need that defense, right? They need to deny this Lord push, but the Lord is going to be charging up, and what can Bleed do right here? Penalty zone is going to get stolen. The Lord is going to be marching in. But look at Flash. So disciplined. They're going to go for the mid-turret take instead.
Well, Bleed had the chance, but they couldn't capitalize on it. And
now,
now,
KVJ is going to get pulled all the way back, but Sagino comes in with the last Insanity. He's going to pop his Viraga armor, going all the way back just to deny their little push and deny the minions coming in from the mid-wave as well. And Flash instantly turns it around.
The sustain coming in from Vanix makes it so much harder, and to add on fuel to that fire, Lalzi is right there at all times, just protecting Vanix, and Vanix funneling to infinity and beyond.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm pretty confident about what Bleed is feeling.
Ooh, the Purify though. The Purify, no onwards. It's going to be a 3-man penalty zone coming in from FMM all the way in. Last Insanity as well. But take a look at Flash. Flash, Adamir runs low. He's going to be able to pop down his immortality as well. But KVJ runs low. Deck, take a look at Deck. Deck against Lalzi. Who's going to win? Lalzi is going to go down by Adamir jumping into the back line. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not. Adamir runs low. KVJ able to get right out. Hades able to dash right out though. But he do have the Faraga armor on the side of Sagitnu. And it's going to be a 2-for-2 here on the side of Flash and Bleed. Intense games.
Massive find by FMM, but Flash, they are overturning all these situations. They were speedy on that reaction. At the very least, Bleed actually found Vanix and shut him down just for a little bit, giving them a little bit of lease of life as of now.
Yep, it's going to be a close to a 1,000 goal lead for the side of Flash, and this is what I'm talking about, right? As the late game comes, it's going to be Team Flash in favor. Now, the main thing is here, let's take a look at the Ixia, who's going to be played by Lord Vanix.
Yeah.
Lord Vanix already has most of his core items. If not, no, it is a full completion.
Yeah, full
along
completion.
with the Wind of
Sea
Nature
Halberd,
as well.
Yeah, he have the Sea Halberd, you know, the Malefic Roar, Wind of Nature, Demon Hunter Sword as well, the Corrosive Scythe as well as the Swift Boots.
Well,
so this is going to be a full attack speed, yeah.
You could sell off his Swift Boots, get a BOD, get a lot more damage. That's going to be heal him a lot more, especially when it comes to team fights, as long as he keeps his position safe.
Yep, he only has one thing he needs to focus on, just landing the perfect Star Helix during the full barrage. And that will be it. That it will be the bane of Bleed's existence right there.
Oh, what a play so far. Lord Dance ensuing QVJ, pulling the Lord over to the side. Adamir trying to get as much vision as possible. You got a penalty zone by FMM.
That's the key game changer, right? I mean, using the Ymir to take away the penalty zone as well, trying to deny that. But take a look at where JPL and Hades is.
Are they actually going to give it up?
No, I don't think they're going to give it up, though. They do have the Retribution, but Retribution goes down. He misses, though, but no problem. He's going to be in a penalty zone, but the full barrage comes out as well. FMM, KVJ runs low, but Jay able to take down onto KVJ as well. But Deck, oh no, what are you doing? You're on the wrong side of the map, Deck. All the way, is he going to be able to get out? No, with a flicker as well. Lossy takes down onto Deck, but no, Deck goes down. Bleed, they're at a man disadvantage right now, but they do have the Lord marching down into the mid lane as well.
A grave mistake by Deck. The positioning, KVJ running for his life, running for the hills. He gets sandwiched. Oh, he gets taken out. Vanix is out.
But KVJ goes down as well into the bottom lane, but it's going to be a big recall right there. Then they're going to have the Lord marching into the mid lane right now, and it is going to be opened up by Bleed. Very well played there, and very disciplined play. They're not going to go for the end, though. They do have a man disadvantage because of this KVJ's loss into the bottom lane, just trying to pull
mid-side.
Trying to give them the space, though, but JPL jumping in, trying to catch down onto Jay, though, but Primal Rage is going to get stolen away by FMM.
The massive find, keeping Bleed still on the scoreboard. They're not out of the woods yet. Bleed needs to maintain this lead. They need to maintain it for 120 seconds. Try to push in all three waves. Get Flash to just disperse themselves. Try to get Flash a little bit more disoriented with the defense.
Yep, with the Primal Rev being stolen away by FMM here, I don't think it's going to do much as compared to the penalty zone, right? The penalty zone is just such a impactful skill to use.
Yeah, to add on to that, one of the things that makes Primal Wrath very dangerous is the ability to stand in front of your opponents and just go ham. right? Just let loose. But Bleed right now, they are struggling kind of trying to protect the backline. Deck, as you have seen in the previous fight, he was left alone. He was trying to kite the team, and it really cost them the entire fight. So Bleed, I don't think Primal Wrath was the play here, but we never know. Bleed, a very surprising team when it comes to team fights as well.
Yep, we never know as well. Let's take a look at the damage dealt right here. Vanek with 85k already. And, you know, closely following suit behind is going to be FMM with 63k. So take a look at Vanek's damage here. He is the title. He is the Lord.
I mean, that fight, Deck wanted to go from that flank, but he was left all alone. There was no sustain. He timed his Winner Nature just right. He almost made it out alive, but Vanix was always there with Lawsy. You have additional sustain on top of your life steal just to get out of a lot of these flanks coming in from Bleed. So Flash, they really need to hunker down, try to protect Vanix and play around him this time around. GPL gets knocked up. It won't commit onto any fights as of yet. 30 seconds until Lord spawns up. Bleed trying to maintain that wave priority.
Yep, and right now, Flash and Bleed, they're neck and neck, right? And both, the mid lane has already been opened up on the side of Flash. Bleed top lane has already been opened up right now. And one fight, it's all it takes.
Stallion Scythe, though, being bought out by Jay, so he is going to have quite a lot of damage. Every single time he uses a skill, it's going to cause him a lot of pain. So they need to be very wary for Deck, because if this Edith, Mr. J, gets his hands on Deck, you can be rest assured that Deck is not going to have a fun time at all.
Yeah, I mean, Deck is going to get shredded down insanely fast as well. And there's no penalty zone being taken up by FMM right now. Lord Dance is going to get started. Hades just flashing away, but Saginu runs a little low. He gets the knockup, though. Faraka armor is going to get broken out. He's going to be able to get the dash right out. FMM, though, trying to push a little bit down on the damage as well. Take a look at JPL. JPL just hunkering down the wave, just pushing and holding out onto the waves. But what can Bleed do? As you can see on the side of the bottom right, we do see the Flash, you know, team holding team room as well. They're just watching on and cheering their team on from the sidelines as well. 50% HP is going to be onto the Lord as well. Lawsy pops in, circling Eagle, but he's going to get cancelled. FMM though, FMM is going to get caught out. It's going to be a very bad bet. All the way back in, but no, the Lord runs low. There we go, and it's going to be into Hades' hands. Sagino runs low. He does have his Faraga armor. He does have the immortality though, but FMM is going to go down. Vanix runs low, but Vanix is going to be able to survive with the immortality still up and running. Adamir runs low. Immortality still available right here. Hades trying to run in.
KLVJ.
They're playing fire. They're playing fire. QBJ from the backline.
Into the backline, able to pop down onto Vanix with him. Oh, takes down the immortality. What a ton of events here on the side of Bleed. That's a big, big take.
Playing to the T on that immortality. Both teams making sure that they had the full efficiency of that item itself. So now Bleed, another lifeline has been given to them because they managed to clear a majority of Team Flash.
Wow, 3-for-1 take here. What a big, big fight, right? Like, I mean, Flash, they were winning instantly right there and then. They did take the Lord, but Bleed turns it around instantly. This is what Flash did in 5 minutes of the game. 5 minutes of the game, this is what Flash did.
Oh, massive play by Flash. They at the very least, they got that Lord. So it'll buy them some time for Vanix to come back online and try again.
Yep, I mean, buy them that little bit of time to go back again. And that team fight, Bleed barely manages to get out alive, right? They managed to get 3 members out, and Flash, they managed to get the Lord. It's going to be a 50-50 yet again.
It was a wasted Lord, though, I must say, because you take down that Lord, you didn't sync up the waves, you don't have your marksman at your possession just to push down all the 2 other waves. So tier 3 is still standing up strong. This is still an 18-minute Lord.
Yeah, so one of the things that is happening in this team fights is at every single team fight, Bleed manages to get their hands on Vanix. And you can see the fights are extremely close. So the one thing I'm waiting for actually is if Flash can set up a situation where Vanix is totally protected. It could be a very huge fight for Team Flash.
Yeah, I mean, the main priority for Bleed right now is Vanix, right? I mean, Vanix is dishing out so much damage. He's shredding every single person right down. I mean, on the side of Bleed as well, KLVJ as well as JPL, they're not going to be able to even tank up this strong boy.
Yeah, Brute Force Breastplate being bought out by KLVJ and Oracle being picked up by the Xbox as well. So there is quite a bit more survivability. That's what they're trying to survive, which is the damage that's being dished out by Vanix. If I'm not wrong, he's still top of the table on in terms of the damage output. Right now, there's a couple of things on the map that Bleed needs to watch out for, right? Flash definitely want to break that tier 3 in the mid. That's going to be a lot of pain and difficulty for Bleed because the next Lord is going to be coming up in the next 25 seconds. If they don't manage their waves well, it could cost Bleed this game 1.
I think Flash, they need to be a little bit more proactive. It kind of seems like Bleed is always the first one to make that first move. The penalty zone from FMM, and then JPL follows up. You get the last Insanity. Then Flash needs to run for the hills. Flash needs to stand their ground. They need to be a very, very active team, especially when it comes to team fights. Lord coming online.
Yep, and a big penalty zone already stolen away by FMM here. And it is going to go into the hands of FMM, and we've seen how much of a tight turner it can be, right? And all it takes is for FMM to get one nice solid catch onto Vanix. If Vanix is caught with his pants down, Vanix is going to get punished hard. But Hades takes a lot of damage. They're forced to use the ultimate already to get right out there.
But one of the things that you'll notice is that they always try to burn out that Faraga armor.
They always.
So they can mitigate the damage by the last Insanity. So far, they haven't managed to do that yet on the side of Team Flash. So, Bleed, I think they have the advantage here.
Yep, and Deck just picking up that immortality right there, and it's going to be a very, very good time. 50% HP is going to be the Lord, FMM, and Deck right here onto the back line. But take a look at Hades trying to jump all the way back. But Jay, with that Earth Shadow, what are they going to do? FMM, they do have the
QVJ.
QVJ all the way back in though, but Jay runs low, and it's going to be a monster kill coming out on the side of Hades as well. But where's the Lord going to go? It's still going to go into the hands of Hades. JPL runs low all the way to the back line, but the immortality from Jay is going to get popped. JPL runs low. He does have the immortality, but they're going to be able to jump down onto Adamir. It's going to be a 1-for-1 take.
That's a 70 seconds on the death timer. Flash needs to make full use of this Lord. They are up ahead. They need to maintain this momentum. Rush it down. On the top side, though, on all three lanes, waves are pushing in. This is the super minions we're talking about.
Yeah, a much stronger wave clear now, and macro gameplay from the side of Team Flash. You can see Hades already committing, pushing up as much as possible, as fast as possible to sink the waves with this Lord push. So Bleed now on the back foot. They need to have everything perfect.
Yeah, Bleed, they need everything to align. They need the stars to align, but we can see the Lord is going to be pushing it as long with the wave. All the way, the wave is going to be synced up right now. Sagino, Faraga armor is going to get broken up. He do have that immortality left though, but take a look at Hades jumping into the backline. Did a lot of damage down onto Deck. Deck runs at 2 bar of HP, but a full barrage is going to be coming out. JPL able to tank that up, but FMM is going to get pulled all the way back with the onwards as well. Primal Rev, he's going to be able to get him out of the dodge, and they will live to see another day yet again.
Oh, that was so close for Team Flash, though. The Lord was just chunking down bit by bit of the Throne's health, but Bleed managed to defend that AoE. The damage coming in from Deck was a little bit too much for Hades to handle. They need to back off. They need to try again. This is the third try this time around.
Yep, Team Flash definitely upped the difficulty for Bleed now. As I've already mentioned, that mid-tier 3 has been taken. Bleed need to focus so much more on clearing the waves. And this is where you'll see Team Flash play extremely slow. They want to make sure that the creep waves is always in their advantage.
Yeah, but all the Earth Shadow and the onwards down onto Sagitnu though. Sagitnu still have that Faraga armor in his hands. Bleed, they're just trying to get, information. They're just trying to open up the map right here. Take a look at JPL, slowly but surely opening up the map for his team. And immortality being picked up by Adamir right now.
At this time, I think in this late of a game, both teams could very well look to go for a split push kind of play style where either QVJ or either Hades on either teams could just play on that offside, try to push, try to get that backdoor opportunity for to maintain that pressure.
Yeah.
Bleed needs to stem their bleeding at this point because it's quite difficult. Team Flash, they have so much advantage around the map. Yes, they have the goal lead, but at this point of the game, the goal lead is redundant, right? It's really just about the item switching. How fast can your fingers and your mind operate at the same time? JPL, he's going to try and open up the map, but that's a risk as well because if JPL dies, there's going to be a huge gap in terms of defense for Bleed.
Yep, and Hades taking a lot of damage here from Sagitnu from the flamethrower as well. Adamir still runs a little low, but the healing comes in clutch. And take a look at that. Oh, Circling Eagle is going to get cancelled away. And right now they do not have that Circling Eagle. It's going to be 40 seconds there on the timer on that Circling Eagle. So no Circling Eagle available on the side of Flash and Bleed. As you can see, Flash, they're just trying to walk up into the lane. They're trying to go for that Lord push. And Lord is running a little bit low.
That's just taking their time. They can't afford to stay. They have that sustain coming in from
They don't have that info. They do not know where is the rest of Bleed. They do not know.
It's a 2-3. Oh, they're going for the base. They're trying to wait for that right time to find the right flank. Flash really has to watch their 6.
Yep, they need to watch their 6. They're going to go pincer them right
Oh,
into the
conceal
purple
play
buff.
coming in.
Conceal play all the way. They're going to be able to jump all the way into the back line as well. But all the Circling Eagle as well. The penalty zone comes out.
Vanix.
Boom! Barrage from Vanix. Vanix going to get pop on that immortality though. Lousy runs a little bit low. But a godlike comes out. That goes down. Bleed do not have the damage right now. KelVJ runs a little bit low. He does have his immortality ready. JPL goes down. Hades trying to put a little bit damage down to Sagino, though, but Jay is going to be able to pop his immortality, and it's going to be 66 seconds down onto Vanix, but it's going to be a 1-4-2. Adamir as well as Sagino. Last insanity here by Sagino, trying to cancel it out, trying to hold some team, trying to hold down, but Adamir misses the penalties. Though Lawsy runs low. Triangle comes out from Hades. Hades able to dash right out. Hades with a terrified runs low. Lawsy runs low as well. KelVJ able to catch down onto Hades for Lawsy. Still running low, still in the fight. It's going to be a 3v3 here. They're staying all the way. They're here to stay. Sagino trying to put a lot of damage down, but no, they've conquered.
It's 2 for 2 on each team.
2 for 2.
Neither of the teams are coming up. Marksman is gone. The core for the side of Flash is gone. So QVJ has all this time to just get that reset, come into that lord, and secure it for their first time.
Yeah, but KelVJ, he has an important role right now. He's here to clear the wave. He has to clear the wave. So you got the bottom lane as well. The bottom lane is going to be pushing in. Can they clear? Can the minions take the bottom turret though?
Yep. So at this point, Bleed is they have a very simple job, right? They need to make sure they clear the waves.
They can take
provide
a lot
the
here.
space. Yep, that's
They
right.
can take a lot.
KelVJ has the opportunity because Hades is still out for the next 29
Lawsy.
seconds. They shouldn't lose this fight. Bleed. Everything is on this moment.
Yeah.
There's a free lord over the side of QVJ. This is going to be a very, very pivotal lord for the side of Bleed. As long as they are able to sync up all 3 waves, Flash, they got their work cut out for them to defend. But Vanix is coming back online. He's got the Rose Gold Meteor. He's got extra defense coming in.
Yep, they've finally swung this game back into their favor on the side of Bleed, and this is finally the one chance that they have. Right now, it's just to capture, and Team Flash, they have to try and make sure that they do not lose this, because this, I feel, is going to be the last push of the game.
Yep, this is the pivotal moment here on the side of Flash as well as Bleed. And Flash, if they can win this, they can take the game away. But Bleed, if they win this, they can bring the game away.
The one chance, the one opportunity to seize anything that Bleed had ever wanted. The Lord marching down on that mid side to get new.
Flip back onto Sagino though, but the Farraga armor is going to get broken up and the Lord is going to be marching in right now. But take a look at Bleed. Where's the rest of the team? The team is right here. KelVJ still into the backlines though, but the knock up all the way onto FMM. What are you doing there? You're not supposed to be there, FMM. But Swell's up into the throne as well. But the throne, he's going to go down and Bleed take game number 1 away just like that.
A nail-biting performance. Bleed working their way up, securing the first game.